Hello and welcome to Nevada State High School's PPR and Academic Planning Checklist for all students. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the presentation to navigate through the presentation. Go ahead, click the forward button now to begin. During this tutorial, we will quickly review the Academic Planning Form and PPR form prior to your submitting them. Follow along with your completed forms to be sure you have everything in order and ready for submission. If you do not have these forms completed, stop the presentation, get the completed forms, and then return to this tutorial. Click to the next slide if you are ready. Let's start with the academic planning form. Look at your form and make sure the following things are completed. All of the information on the top of the form should be filled in: your name, the degree, date, and the institution. In addition, you should have specific courses scheduled in each semester. Don't just write history, for example. We want specific classes with their number. History 101 or Math 126, for example. In addition, you should have appropriate classes to complete your high school diploma as well as a bachelor's degree planned on your form. If you have less than 4 years worth of classes on the form, double check it to make sure that you're planning all of the correct classes you need. In addition, you will need 6 classes during your junior year of high school and 4 your senior year. Remember that Compass is not a class. If you're planning a remedial class, then also plan to be in study skills for that semester. This would mean you can only take 3 college classes. At the bottom of the form, make sure you have signed it as well as your parents. You should not do your planning alone, but should include your parents in this process. Click to the next slide when you're ready. Here are some optional things to look for on your planning form before submitting it. Did you plan to get an associate's degree? Do your classes meet all requirements for that degree? Do you plan to take additional classes above and beyond what Nevada State High School will pay for? It's also a good idea to have multiple plans to cover different schools, different degrees, or situations you might be in. You only need to submit one form to Nevada State High School, but that doesn't mean you should just stop at one. Click to the next slide when you're ready. Now let's discuss the PPR. This form is very straightforward and should be simple to complete. There are 3 required items on this form prior to submission that you need to have. Look at your form to see if they are all complete. They are your grades written on the form, your parent's signature on the bottom, and your signature. If you have additional notes and comments on your form, all the better, but you only need those 3 for submission. Just a reminder also that you should keep your parents informed throughout the semester, not just for this form. You may also want to follow up on some of the items on this PPR with your parents in the future, so keep a copy. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Here are a few things to keep in mind when submitting both the academic planning form and the PPR to Nevada State High School. Submit them by the deadline. Don't make us come hunt you down for them. Follow the submission directions from Nevada State High School staff. The submission process could change slightly from year to year, so be sure to check Moodle and follow the directions given. When you turn them in, make sure you sign saying that you've submitted them and that Nevada State High School verifies the submission as well. Above all, keep a copy of the forms in your portfolio. You may need them for a number of reasons in the future, so do yourself a favor and keep a copy of every document in your portfolio. Click to the next slide when you're ready. We have now reviewed the academic planning form and the PPR for submission. You should have those forms filled out and ready to turn in to Nevada State High School. If there were things in this presentation that you did not have completed, please address them now. If you need help, let Nevada State High School know, and we will provide all the assistance we can. Your first outreach should be to an SSA, your study skills teacher, or through a help ticket. Let's take a short quiz on this presentation. Click to the next slide when you're ready. Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your quiz. After answering each question, click Next. After answering all of the questions, click the Submit All button. You'll have 2 opportunities to take this quiz. Take your time and read each question carefully. Click to the next slide when you're ready to begin.